You very much. As it turns out, selecting Jordan Love in the COVID draft of 2020 actually is a pretty dang good idea by Brian Gutekunst and the Packers, and the numbers this year certainly bearing that out, especially since week 11 where he is top two and sometimes not two in a number of important categories. All right, Brett Lewis, Bucky Brooks, Michael Robinson back here as we kind of assess what Jordan Love has meant to this team here during a stretch where it felt like they were in a playoff mindset, Mike, the last few weeks of the regular season, and have really maybe even benefited from that into this postseason. What has he brought to this team?
He's brought some arm talent.
Yes.
Obviously, he's young, but it's really Matt LaFleur marrying the passing game to the run game. It's the sameness and likeness. Now, you know, Matt LaFleur was on that Kyle Shanahan staff before, so a lot of things that are said about the San Francisco 49ers, you can say the exact same thing about the Green Bay Packers. Of course, Buck, I got to take a little walk, man. Show y'all what I'm talking about. I ain't doing no running, though, but it's all good. It's all good, Buck. But really, when you talk about this Green Bay Packers offense, it's really all about what we call in the running back room gaining a blade of grass. That is the most important thing to this Green Bay Packers offense, right? Gaining a blade of grass. So, boom, you check out this play right here. This is before the motion, all right? He's motioning to a 3-by-1 formation, right? And notice that Jordan Love is under center. Very, very important. This team likes to run the ball. They're like third or fourth in the National Football League, averaging 143 rushing yards per game. But when you like to run the football, you have to get under center to get a real reaction from the defense. That little quick fake right there. Let me speed it up just a little bit. Okay, right there. Now, what that did was that affected these two defenders right here, okay? Affecting the second-level defenders to open up windows behind them. Now, if you know anything about the Green Bay Packers offense, a lot of the times after Jordan Love fakes, he has a crosser coming with it. As you can see right here, the Dallas Cowboys were ready for it. They're sitting there ready for that crosser to come, right? But let me tell you something about Matt LaFleur. That dude's crazy, man. At the top of the route, you see right here, Romeo Doubs, he didn't go this way. He came back out, and there's all that green grass for Jordan Love to make an easy throw. This is a big explosive pass and an important part of the game. Now, I talked about gaining a blade of grass. Aaron Jones, to me, is the most underrated running back in the National Football League, all right? But I want you to notice the formation, right? All right, it's close down here, a little bit more extended up here. But you notice this tight end right here. He's up on the football. He's off the ball, but he's a little closer to the football. What he's trying to do is invite this defensive tackle inside. So he's giving the illusion that he's trying to cut that defensive end off. But look, this is what Matt LaFleur does, right? After that tight end releases, and this defensive end comes in, he cuts him down right there. And Michael Parsons is right there as well. He gets eaten up in the double team. And you talk about Aaron Jones getting skinny, and when he gets to the second level, this dude is fluid. He doesn't have any hips, Buck. So what happens is tacklers usually just fall right off him when they do get him in his grips. And this might be one of my favorite passes of this last weekend. Now, we go back to the formation. That formation looks very similar to the last play. Actually, it was on the same drive, all right? Again, you look at down here, close split right here. Now look at this tight end. There he is right there, right? He's a little bit further off the ball to give himself a little bit more release. All right, boom, check this out. Same play, same setup. For all intents and purposes to the defense, right? Fake right here. All of this looks the exact same as that run play for Aaron Jones, right? But check out this tight end right here as he just creeps down the sideline. And, Buck, you already know what this play is right here. And when Jordan Love lets the football go, as you can see, the safety over here, he's saying, oh, shucks. Oh, shucks, that dude is wide open. And you manufacture an explosive. Now, all of these Kyle Shanahan or these Shanahan coaching tree type coaches, they all have their specialty. Kyle Shanahan puts defenses in a blender by personnel. When you talk about Matt LaFleur, he puts defenses in a blender by marrying, let me get my wheels back.
Yeah, get your wheels back.
By marrying the run game and the passing game. So again, to a defense, it all looks the exact same.
Okay, so here's what happened. When Aaron Rodgers departs, it allowed Matt LaFleur to really put in his offense. This offense, you talk about the complementary part of the running game with the play-action passing game, the movement stuff. When I'm looking at those plays, I'm laughing because those are old Mike Shanahan plays from back in the day. But it's not only what they're doing offensively, it's the young playmakers that are playing. So I had an opportunity to talk to somebody from Green Bay early in the week, and they talked about how unselfish the young playmakers are. Romeo Doubs, to them, is the #1 receiver, but he can go games without being the featured guy. The unselfishness and the connection that these guys have with number 10 has allowed this offense to go to another level.
I would also say Jordan Love's mentality, man, the kid never seems rattled. He was the same guy when Matt LaFleur, after one of the games early in the season, was basically calling him out. Yep. He was the same guy also walking off the field telling the Dallas Cowboys have fun in Cabo. You know what I'm saying?
And look, I think to further back up your point about the skill position players here for the Packers, I mean, arguably the two most talented, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, combined to touch the ball once in the domination of the Cowboys.
That's a real offensive system. Remember when Matt LaFleur first got there, the whole talk was, Aaron Rodgers is going to kind of be reined in and put in a real system. Now you're seeing that system come to fruition.
No question.